Welcome to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Jack, the official entertainment partner of the Cleveland Browns. Nathan Zegura and Bo Bishop kicking off our show today with Damarious Randall, the Browns starting free safety, joining us in studio. Damarious, first of all, how are you feeling? I know you're out there playing, nobody's 100% in the NFL, but how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I mean, just blessed to have another day, to have another opportunity to just get back on the field this Sunday.
So, obviously, you were brought here to play center field in this defense. You have done that very well. Multiple interceptions already through the first four games of the season. How's it been feeling back there? Getting the 2 interceptions, had one last week as well.
It been feeling good, just to get back accustomed to the position and just to give my team security to know that they have a guy back there that is gonna take care of business.
Is it like riding a bike playing free safety?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, it seemed to be pretty fun for me, man.
Yeah, you look like you're having a good time out there. Was it, coming into the season, what were kind of your expectations for yourself, knowing you had been such a good safety at Arizona State, that you were a first-round pick in the NFL? Didn't get to play that, obviously, with the Green Bay Packers. Then you get to go back to your natural position. Kind of, how would you evaluate yourself here in this first quarter of the season?
Well, I mean, I would say the sky's definitely the limit for me, but I would also say that it was plays that I have left on the field and that I have watched film and that I just can't wait to correct this upcoming week, and just ready to get going with the second quarter of the season.
When you're the free safety, in many ways, we know you're the last line of defense on the defense as well, but you're kind of coordinating a lot of things from the back end. New faces, new places, all new guys to you, certainly. How do you think this group has come together after 4 games?
I feel like everything been coming together well. I mean, just hats off to the coaching staff, just hats off to the guys that have been working hard since we got here in April, and the other guys that we got up in the draft with Ward and those guys. So, I mean, I would just say hats off to them. I mean, because everybody put in a lot of effort, and it is starting to show off a little bit.
How's our guy Money Mitch? I know you guys are a close group in the secondary. How's our guy Money Mitch doing?
I seen him yesterday. Smiles. I mean, that's the biggest thing that you see on his face is a smile. I mean, because you hate to see a guy go through the tough time that he went through Sunday with the injury. But I mean, just to see him smiling yesterday just kind of made my day. So I mean, he's just definitely up in my prayers, and just hope for a speedy recovery.
Absolutely, yeah. I was watching that one at home, and that is not a good situation for Money Mitch. So certainly wish him a speedy recovery. But as you know, in the NFL, it is the next man up. E.J. Gaines, a guy who started a lot of games in his career, 36 starts under his belt. He steps in. He had an interception last week as well. So how confident are you that this defense can keep going at the level that it's been?
Very, very confident. I mean, Gaines is definitely a vet, and I mean, he definitely started a lot of games up in the league, and I'm really just looking forward to him coming in off a fresh week of practice, and just looking forward to seeing the things he can do out there Sunday.
Joe Flacco is off to pretty much the best start of his career, averaging over 300 yards a game, 2 touchdowns a game. When you're watching him on tape, what are you seeing from Joe Flacco? Why is he being so effective early this year?
Well, I mean, he's throwing the deep ball well, and I mean, when you're doing that as a quarterback, I mean, that opens up the whole offense, and you can tell that he has a lot more confidence this year, and he seemed healthy. I mean, because just watching him last year, because I actually played him last year with the Packers, and he just seemed more like, I mean, he just trusts the guys that he's throwing the ball to this year. So I mean, just kind of looking forward to it, man. I mean, it should be a fun match Sunday.
It's going to be a good one. They come in with the longest streak in the NFL. This blew my mind. The Ravens have the most consecutive games with 20 or more points in the NFL, 13 straight games. I would never have guessed that, but obviously they are playing at a very high level. And you mentioned, look, the Browns, it's a new secondary. For the Ravens, it's a whole new receiving core. John Brown, Michael Crabtree, Willie Snead go in there. And when you see a guy like John Brown averaging 22.5 yards per catch, I imagine as a free safety, that gets your attention.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, because my number one job is to protect the defense, to be the angel of the defense, and not allow many deep balls in the defense. So, I mean, that's my first and foremost goal going into the game, and everything else for me is a plus.
When you watch John Brown on tape, not a big guy, but clearly he is a fast guy. How do you kind of deal with a guy that has that kind of speed?
I mean, you just got to know what you're working with. And, I mean, for one, you got to know yourself. And, I mean, with that being said, you got to know your speed. You got to know the situations that you're in against them. And you just got to respect what he does well. And, I mean, and the number one thing you got to do is take away what he does well and force him to do something else. So, I mean, we're just looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup, and I know obviously with the Packers you played in a lot of rivalry games, but Packers have been around forever, so you never played against a team that used to be the Packers, which is what the Ravens are for the Browns. Kind of, what's your sense of this rivalry, as it were?
Well, I just actually found out about that. Dorsey was telling me a couple of days ago about how the Ravens used to be the Browns, and I was actually blown away about it. I mean, because I had no idea.
A lot of people here are still blown away about it.
But I mean, definitely. I mean, it's gonna be hard-nosed football. All 4 quarters, maybe more. I mean, knowing us, I mean, the first out of our first 4 games, 2 of them went in overtime. So I mean, you really never know. But I mean, just look for a real hard-fought game by both teams, and just looking to come away with a W.
You know, it's crazy. The last 5 times, as our head coach Hugh Jackson walks by there, the last 5 times you've been on the field, either with the Browns or against the Browns, 3 of those games have gone to overtime.
That is right, huh? That's crazy.
That is a crazy fact. I think we can stop that, though. Enough.
Yeah, please.
No more of this overtime
That's
drama.
That's a lot of extra football there, huh? That's a lot.
90. When's the last time you played 92 snaps? What, going against Oregon, maybe?
Yeah,
in the
college.
Pac-12?
Yeah, definitely college.
92 snaps.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, I think that's what this league is going to. I mean, because you see a lot of spread offenses, guys putting up a lot of points, quarterback throwing the ball 60 times a game. It's just like, I mean, they're getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. So,
Yes,
they better throw it 100 times a game.
You know, I don't know if you want to talk philosophically with me right now, but I think you're right. I think, and you know, you look at traditionally how free safeties have been compensated, probably below their market value, I would say. This is just me. With that switch, I have a feeling that the free safety position in the coming years is going to be compensated even better. If it becomes a pure passing league, what's more important than corners, free safeties, and guys that can hit the quarterback? That's it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can tell that that's where this league is heading, and I mean, I'm really looking forward to it because I mean, that's one of my best traits is covering, and I mean, covering and ball hogging. So just throw it up as many times as you want.
You're one of the active leaders in terms of guys that have had 3 interceptions in each of their first 4 seasons, and you're well on your way to that. 1 more to go. That list is very short.
Is it?
It is a very short list of guys in the National Football League. So you're doing something obviously very special back there. But I noticed, you know, week 1, you drop in the slot. You're covering Juju Smith-Schuster, doing a great job on it. That was kind of what you did a little bit more with Green Bay. But do you have a preference, or do you like to do both? And do you kind of like mixing it up in the game because it gives you kind of 2 different things to focus on?
It's really just what the team needs, and I mean, what the coaching staff feel like our best matchups are, and I mean, just whatever I can do to help the team win games. I mean, that's definitely what I'm gonna try to do, and if that's playing in the slot, that's something that I would do. If that's going out to play corner, that's something that I would also do. I mean, or if you just want me back patrolling the deep safety field, I mean, I just feel like I'm capable of doing it all, and I'm just kind of looking forward to it.
Well, and maybe you can use this in the future when you need to go ahead and talk to certain people when it comes time. But listen to this. Active players with 3 or more interceptions in their first 3 NFL seasons. And you tell me if you think this is a pretty good list. I think it's a pretty good list. Damarious Randall, Leon Hall, Terrence Newman. The fact that Leon Hall and Terrence Newman are still in the league, I think, is impressive. Marcus Peters, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, Richard Sherman, and Aqib Talib. That is it. There are 7. Amongst players with 32 or fewer starts in the NFL, you are the active leader in interceptions. You have 12, Deron Harmon 11, Marcus Williams with 10. So, yeah, that's a small list. That's what I'm saying. You're doing some things out there, Mr. Randall.
Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. I don't think I would have known, to be honest. I mean, because I really don't pay too much.
No, you just go out there and you do what you do. I mean, protect this defense.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, when you guys, Greg Williams obviously has his attacking, aggressive style in defense. I know you guys all like playing that way. Kind of what's his message to you guys after a game that is so close? Because this team has been so close. Frankly, you know, you could make the case you guys should be 4-0 to finishing these games out, because we've heard so much about that. What does that mean to you coming from a place in Green Bay where you guys made a habit of finishing games out?
Just leave no doubt, man. I mean, that's just one thing we've been preaching since I got here, and we just got to make sure we leave no doubt in these 4th quarters. I mean, because it's kind of mind-blowing to know that we could be 4-0. I mean, not to harp on it, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. But
right.
But I mean, we just got to finish games, and I mean, and that's the good thing to look forward to. To just know that, like, we know where we're supposed to be, and we still got 12 more games left to prove that. So, I mean, that's the good thing. And I'm just looking forward to Sundays so we can prove that.
And certainly we are all looking forward to that. And obviously it seems like this team has just a little bit more energy out there with Baker Mayfield at quarterback. Just comes through the TV screen, and he's got certainly some kind of presence. You played with, I'm going to say, maybe the most talented quarterback to ever play in the National Football League in Aaron Rodgers. What does it do for a team when you have a guy like that you believe in and has gone out there and he's played well? And I know he's a rookie, and we're not saying he's Aaron Rodgers. I don't want you to think that I'm even trying to say that. But people are throwing out all kinds of crazy things right now. It's a game and a half, folks. We're going to pump the brakes. But certainly he looks good, and I know for you, you know how important good quarterback play is to an organization.
Honestly, when he threw the pick six, the first thing that went through my mind was that's probably the best thing that could have happened to him, because I know what type of guy he is. I know the way he is going to respond, and that's exactly what he did. I mean, the next drive he drove down there and got points, and I mean that speaks volumes to a young quarterback. I mean, after you throw a pick six to go down there and we outscored, but I mean we ended up getting 3.
Sure.
So I mean that just speaks values, and to just know that you're never up out of the game. I mean, because whenever you got a guy back there like that is making those type of throws and dissecting defense like that, I mean, you're never up out of a game. I mean, when you look at the Breezes, the Rodgers, the Bradys, I mean, if you look at the way that they play, I mean, it seemed like if you're watching the game, they could be down 14 and you still feel like, okay, any second now they about to snap out of it and come and get you. So it's like you just got that feeling now. I mean, so if we ever go down early, like we don't feel like, oh God, like not again. Like, I mean, we just gonna keep on playing, and I mean, just to have a guy back there like that to just give you that confidence speaks a lot.
Well, we got a great guy back there on offense and a great guy back there on defense. And you, Damarious, great start to the season. Keep it going. Good luck on Sunday against the Ravens.
Thank you.
All right, Damarious Randall, our guest here.